the deadline by a lot.
If you have plans, just go and get it. Otherwise, just don't plan on traveling until you have it in hand.
Well, today is the day for the Real ID requirement, which will take effect at airports nationwide and federal buildings, also military bases. People older than 18 who plan to fly will need a Real ID. It'll have that gold or black star there in the corner. Now, to get one, you'll need to show documents, including birth certificate, proof of residency, and your Social Security card. Let's check in now with 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley.
Yeah, she's live at XNA, where travelers are dealing with that new requirement for the first time. Morgan, we have to know, have you seen anyone get turned away just yet?
Tiffany, we haven't seen anyone getting turned away just yet, but here's something that I just learned this morning that might explain that a little bit. So I checked in with Olivia Tyler here at XNA. It sounds like there is a little bit of a grace period today. Actually, she tells me that they're going to have an additional lane open to process the travelers that don't have the correct identification today. So while you may not be fully turned away, that's good news, but you probably could expect some significant delays if you don't have a Real ID. And again, that grace period, it's not going to last for long, but today is the first day, so they are offering that today. And on TSA's official website, they also say there that travelers who don't have a Real ID today can expect delays going through security, maybe some additional screening. The length of that delay just depends on how many other people are in the same boat today. But if you haven't made a switch to the Real ID yet, here's some things that you should know if you plan to travel. You still have options. A passport or other TSA approved forms of identification are still accepted. Your standard driver's license is still fine for driving and non-federal uses, but it won't work for air travel or accessing federal buildings. And even though enforcement starts today, it's not too late to get your Real ID. Also, Scott Harden with the Department of Finance and Administration says maybe check first to make sure that you don't already have one. Since a lot of people have been coming into revenue offices to get their Real ID, they didn't realize they were already good to go.
They say, I'm here to get my Real ID, and then they pull out their existing license, and you see that big gold star in the upper right hand corner, and then you see the big smile on their face when they say, I'm good, I can board an aircraft, I can do this. And we say, you're fine, and they go back to their car and go on about their day.
And again, if you are not sure if you have one, look in the corner of your ID. If you see a gold star, that means that your ID already is an acceptable form of a Real ID. Now, one of the most important takeaways today, I think, is just don't panic. Again, we know now that there is a grace period TSA is offering today here at XNA. Maybe just expect some delays. You're not going to get completely turned away from your flight. But also, if you haven't got a Real ID yet, in Arkansas, you can walk out with your Real ID the same day that you go to the revenue office. So if you have a flight tomorrow or even later today, you can go to the revenue office, walk out with it, and still make your flight. So lots of options there for you. Definitely not a time to panic.